Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. All the dreams never realized. All the businesses never started. The potential never reached.
It is time for you to welcome the light.
Rest in peace. All the dreams never realized. All the businesses never started. The potential never reached.
It is time for you to welcome the light.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hi, how you doing, Miss Jones? The mute button. The mute button. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me
Okay, now. Now you.
Rest in peace. All the dreams never realized. All
Can
the
you hear me
businesses
now?
never started. The potential never reached.
Lord.
It is time for you to welcome the light.
Oh my goodness. What?
Okay. You got control?
Rest in peace. All the dreams never realized. All the businesses never
Full
started.
credits. Oh, stop.
The potential never
Okay.
reached.
Can you hear me? You can't hear me.
It is time for you
Well, you're muted now, so no
to
one can
welcome
hear
the
you.
light.
You're muted.
I can hear you.
I can hear you now.
Okay, but the credits keep coming on now. Jones.
Find us on our social media page.
Tune in for our next video. Make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on post notifications so you won't miss out on any future episodes.
Jones. Bless her heart.
Here we go.
You fixed it, Jones?
I don't know, Crouch. I don't know. If
I mean, you supposed to be the geek squad.
Look,
This is
this-
your outfit.
You know what, sir?
I don't know what, but I know you're supposed to be the geek squad.
Crouch. I
Now
understand.
we have a plethora of people on this show, and you can't get. You got one job, just one.
You know what, Crouch? Don't do me like that tonight. Don't do me like that. Okay?
I'm just trying. See,
I
all
mean,
this money you put in the theatrics behind the scene, ma'am, is what's causing all this, ma'am.
Well, look here. It's the theatrics that keeps the show going. Outside of us now. Don't get me wrong. You know, the theatrics just adds to it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But the
Okay.
problem-
Okay, let me bring my profession.
Mhm.
You gonna take me off the screen? Are you done, ma'am? Are you done?
I can't even bring you up on stage, Crouch.
I am on stage. I'm here.
Oh my God.
I can see you.
No, I didn't have it on loop. Okay, Crouch, I can't even bring you on the stage. Like, I don't know. I can't see you.
I can see you.
You can see me? Well, then
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
I can see you.
I can't see me on there either. So I don't know. But you know what? I'm not gonna let this get to me tonight. The devil is really trying, but that's okay. He's not gonna win. You know, we are all here to activate our faith. That's why we are here, and we're gonna get through this tonight. Okay, we're gonna get through this. But first and foremost, I just wanted to say welcome to everyone that's here. If you can see me, praise God. If you can't, then that's all that matters. I'm here in the building. Okay.
Jones.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, you can hear me. You can't see me.
I can't see you at all.
Well, it'd probably be good if you couldn't see me because I'm letting you have it.
You know what? I know you are. I can see you. I can see you like backstage. I just can't see you on screen. So that's fine. You know, it's enough for you anyway. It's enough for you.
So you're saying the world can't see me; they can only see you.
The world can't. It's on my end. They can't see either one of you. So I don't know.
But can they see you?
No, I'm not on screen. On my end, I'm not here. Oh well, everybody can see us both. I just can't see it. So we're there.
I don't know how I feel about that, but okay, we'll keep trucking.
I don't know either, Crouch. I don't know either. But you know what? Again, I welcome everybody for coming,
Correct.
especially our guests tonight. This is an awesome occasion. It's a special occasion for each of these guests.
Right.
They are now authors again, or for the first time, with their new book that was released on yesterday, entitled "Activate Your Faith: Witnessing a Generational Turnaround." So I am super, super, super excited to be a part of this group of wonderful individuals giving a awesome testimony that I can also resonate with myself. So first and foremost, I don't know how I want to do this. I think I'm gonna save the visionary for last, because she's like the piece of resistance that added all these good people together. So I am going to introduce everyone. And it's a lot of people, y'all. So just bear with me. But I want to make sure that each and every person is acknowledged and honored at this particular time. So first and foremost, we have a young lady who is a mother of 5, a gifted author, a wellness advocate, and educator. She's an aspiring figure. And her incredible journey from Louisiana to Texas, woohoo, I'm in Texas too. Her journey from Louisiana to Texas exemplifies her resilience and passion, despite the challenges that she faces. Through her writing, teaching, and digital presence, Jolene profoundly impacts lives, promoting health, personal growth, and empowerment. Her talent, dedication, and ability to overcome obstacles make her a true force for positive change. Through it all, Jolene is legally blind, further emphasizing her extraordinary achievements. And with that being said, let's bring up Miss Fields to the stage. So glad to have you here in the building. Next up,
Greetings.
I'm sorry, David.
I just said greetings.
Well, greetings to you.
Yes.
So next up, we have another Texas resident. She's from Dallas, and she's an incredible overcomer and a devoted mother of 2 sons. She is a college student and a commercial trucking dispatcher. Despite facing challenges resulting from a plane crash, she remains determined to not let it change her purpose. Natasha's unwavering faith in God gives her the strength to overcome obstacles and fulfill the blessing of raising her 2 sons. She firmly believes that God will provide everything she needs to thrive in her chosen career. And now, next up, let's bring up Natasha Giddens. Welcome to the stage.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for having me.
All right. And next up, we have someone who is like a sister cousin friend to me. And she is a mother of 2 sons as well, and an unexpected blessing. She is a multifaceted and exceptional individual. With her entrepreneurial spirit, writing prowess, and captivating vocals. Okay, that's a hidden talent there. She consistently strives to motivate and uplift others. As a dedicated member of the Harriet Tubman Troupe, she aims to inspire through her work. Tiffany firmly believes in the significance of resilience and the extraordinary outcomes that arise from having faith in God's guidance and support. And with that, let's bring up my sister cousin friend, Tiffany Brown. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Hi,
All
everybody.
Now, this woman here, she is going to be my new sister cousin friend, thanks to this interview. And she is a renowned international speaker, author, TV host, and certified holistic health consultant. With expertise in food allergies, digestive issues, and autoimmune illnesses, she empowers individuals to make healthy food choices through simple recipe guides and lifestyle tips. Paula has conducted numerous classes and made appearances on shows like The Doctor Connect. She also has been a guest speaker for organizations like the Central Mass Line Foundation and Bristol County Hope for Lyme. Additionally, Paula extends her passion for helping businesses by offering funding and other resources. She is available for personalized coaching, group coaching, and speaking engagements. And with that being said, let's bring up, and I don't want to mess up your last name, Paula, but I'm going to give it a shot. You can correct me when you come on, please. It is Paula Donacourt. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. You were close. It's
shoot. What is it?
It's Denoncourt, but you know, in Canada, they actually pronounce it Denoncourt.
Really? Okay, because I was going to say that first, but I was like, I just feel like I'm going to be wrong. So
Yeah.
I was wrong.
The French pronounce it Denoncourt, but I never have. We never have. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Next up, we have a couple, lovely couple, God-fearing couple, Pastors Kevin and Darlene Thorne. Now, let me just tell you two, I didn't want to say this at first when I first read your bio, but we're already kindred spirits because my family's from Cambridge. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm also a previous Cambridge, Massachusetts resident. So thank you all for being here. But you all had a life-changing encounter with the Lord while in southern Spain. Now, Mr. Kevin felt a strong calling to help others and went on to serve in the Spanish Christian mission in Costa del Sol. After returning to the U.S., he served in various roles at his home church in Cambridge. Pastors Kevin and his wife, Darlene, moved to Clayton, North Carolina, and now shepherd at Renewal Community Church. They are focused on growing deep relationships with those they serve, following the model of the early church in Acts. Despite a stroke in 2019, Pastor Kevin continues to strive for total healing. And with that being said, let me bring you two blessed individuals to the stage. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Good evening. Fellow Cambridgeite.
Yes. So glad you two could be here. Next up, we have this gentleman here who is known as Mr. Enthusiastic, and he's an expert coach in public speaking and effective communication, a corporate trainer, international motivational speaker, a 6-time Amazon best-selling author, and radio television personality. He wears many hats, y'all, okay? He is the president and CEO of Partners for Purposeful Living, LLC, and brings knowledge, skills, expertise, and experience from 2 Fortune 500 companies, Xerox Company, as well as Eastman Kodak Company, to the speaking and training arenas. Tap In magazine named him a top influential leader. His motto is, since greatness is possible, excellence is not enough. Go for greatness. And with that being said, let's bring up Mr. Enthusiastic himself, Dr. Jonas Gadsden. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stage, sir. All right, so last but not least.
Great evening, everyone, and it's great to be here.
I'm so glad to have you, sir. So glad to have you. And last but not least, we are bringing up the visionary, bringing up the leader of this wonderful tribe of people here. And she is also a mother of 3 daughters and 4 granddaughters from Pass Christian, Mississippi. And she's an accomplished author of 2 books, an international best-selling anthology, speaker, television host, podcaster, and disability wellness coach. Despite facing a massive stroke herself, 2 craniotomies, and coming out of a coma, she has emerged with a powerful mission from God. Activate Your Faith is her mandate to inspire and activate the faith of people worldwide, spreading hope and resilience in the face of adversity. Her remarkable journey and unwavering determination make her a true force of strength and inspiration. She is available for one-on-one coaching and specializes in gut health meal plans. And with that being said, let's bring up the one and only Judy Ambrose James, known as Mother Judy on the Clubhouse scene, okay? This is Mother Judy. So glad to have you here. So glad to have you all here. This is like an awesome, awesome show. Bringing in so many different people of so many different backgrounds and genres. And I'm just excited. Miss Judy, did you say anything? Because I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, I had it on mute. Thank you. And my family, oh my God, we love this opportunity. First of all, for us to get together.
Yeah.
Any excuse for all of us to get together is great. And the next thing, thank you very much. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, she got a little sidebar conversation going on there, so that's okay. That's okay.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Thank you. Let's get this show on the road.
Yes, yes. Let me ask this first because I normally let David kind of run with things, but since you all are my family, I'm gonna take the lead tonight. But what was the thought process in creating this idea, and what prompted you to have these individuals to be a part of this anthology? I'm really curious to know that.
Well, I tell you what, the thought idea from having that is when God told me it is time to activate the face of the masses. Okay, it was the middle of COVID, and 250 already we had lost. And when I asked him, what can I do? That was the answer. Activate your faith.
Mm.
So I hit the ground running, and I ran through Facebook, I ran through Clubhouse, and then I met everybody that is on this stage today. I have a TV show called Activate Your Faith. From there, we took a break, and I couldn't take a break because God had done too much for me. And so when he told me it's time to write a book, but not just myself. And I said, I don't know that many people, but I know that's what I needed to do. It started in January. Everybody was broke from the holidays, so it was a good time. But let me tell you, when he gave me 5 loaves and 2 fish, that meant 7 people. That's it. And now you see the 7 overcome, not just any people, overcome. And right here, disable, we split the word disabled, and we are all well able. And that's where it came from.
Wow. Wow. Well, like I said, I am truly honored to have you all here. You represent what most people don't really talk about. This is, put it this way, being disabled is not necessarily a physical hindrance, it's really a mindset. And if you operate in the mindset that you're disabled, then you are. But you all are just the opposite of that, which I love because you don't allow your limitations to limit you. So I definitely love the fact that you all created this book. What are some of the topics, I guess, that each of you kind of highlight in your individual stories? And anybody can start. It could be any one of you authors.
Well, of course, I don't mind going first. I am Tiffany Brown, and my story is basically about how I had an undiagnosed stroke. There were no symptoms, there were no signs. And again, I don't want to give too much out about my chapter, but it is something to read about. And being young, under 35, and having a stroke with no symptoms is something to be aware about. So not only do I hope that my chapter enlightens others to be aware of their health, I also hope that it helps them to be aware of helping their selves in the future. Because if you don't help yourself now from stress, it will take a toll on you.
Yes.
So I just give a snippet, but that's all I'm gonna give.
No, thank you for that. And I'm glad you mentioned that as well, because a lot of people don't understand how stress can impact your health in so many ways. It doesn't have to be a stroke. It could be, just extra fatigue that you're feeling. It could prompt muscle pain and soreness. Stress can just damage and break down the body in so many different ways. So thank you so much for the little snippet. I appreciate that. And would anyone else like to share a snippet of their chapter as well? I would love to hear.
So this is Paula. I'd love to go. So for me, the enemy has been trying to take me out, so to speak, since before I was even born. Wow. So I really go into all the times that the enemy has tried to take me out, but most significantly is the fact that you mentioned in my introduction is I had food allergies. So I help people with food allergies. I suffered from multiple food allergies. So to piggyback on what Tiffany was saying with stress, I worked in a prison for 22 years. I was a dispatcher, just like Miss Judy was a dispatcher, but I was a dispatcher in a prison. She was a dispatcher in a police department, which is even more stressful.
Wow.
So, like you say, stress takes a toll on you. I mean, I won't go into too many details, but I worked 3 to 11. I worked in the heart of the institution. It was called Special Services. So everything went through me. I started in 1990. I had it was an all-male prison. We had about 700-800 inmates. When I left, I retired. I think 2012 or 13, I forget. We had more like 1,200, 1,300 inmates. So it almost doubled. So they got more violent. They were more crazy. So I dealt with riots, escapes, hangings. All that went through me. I was the ultimate decision maker. So it was, I was supposed to have somebody on with me all the time, but a lot of times they'd call in sick, they'd leave early, they'd come in late, whatever. So sometimes the guys were supposed to help me too, answer the phones, whatever. But if it got busy on the outside, they left me. So I was stuck there by myself, answering 90 million phone calls, answering questions, paging people back in the day. We had beepers. So it was just crazy busy. I don't even know how I did it all. But long story short, I didn't get breaks like I was supposed to, even though it's illegal. I'd be stuffing my face with peanut butter and deli sandwiches, and I wound up with multiple food allergies. The stress took a toll on me, and I wound up really sick. I almost died several times, not just once. That's, the biggest thing that the enemy really tried to take me out on was the food allergies. There's been many, but that was the biggest one. So, and then you have to read the book to find out more. So thank you for having me.
Oh, no, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Who else would love to share? Natasha, you kind of quiet down there. Go ahead. I'm going to let you go next.
She's like, don't call me.
So, hi, this is Natasha. I had a feeling I was going to get called out, but that's So, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Oh. Could you please repeat your question?
Well, I just wanted to get like a snippet of your story and or maybe what prompted you to write about what you wrote in your chapter.
Thank you. Okay. So what prompted me to write my story was surviving a plane crash, but also so sorry.
Okay, we might have to come back to Natasha. Maybe she had to take the call. So let's go up. Let's go up and check in with Miss Fields. Miss Fields, let me go ahead and get you to respond this evening, ma'am.
Okay. Well, since we're talking about food and enabling abilities, my disability comes from I'm diagnosed as being legally blind, and my legal blindness, believe it or not, is related to food.
Wow.
Diagnosed with what's called diabetic retinopathy. And so basically, in my condition, diabetes has attacked both my kidneys and my eyes. And the kidneys control the vision, but also diabetes has detached both of my retinas in each eye. So, and for me, the diabetes came like with what everyone else is talking about in regards to stress. Somebody that ate my pain instead of, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't gamble or have sexual addiction or anything like that. I had a food addiction. And so it was nothing for me to eat, um, buffets and carbs and chocolates and cakes and cookies. And, that was my answer to stress. However, it also was the beginning of the demise of my health and my vision as I knew it. Because I wasn't born blind. I just started becoming visually impaired as of, I guess you could say, 2020. And then I was diagnosed in 2021 with the diabetic retinopathy, and then later that year with being legally blind.
Wow. That's really wow. That's all I can say on that. Wow. 'Cause, I mean, I have friends as well that are legally blind, and the thing about it is nobody knows. Like, she functions just like everyone else. You would never know she was blind unless you said something or unless she mentioned it. So I definitely give kudos to you because um, I'm sure there are times in which it may seem a little difficult for you, but you continue to push through each and every day. So thank God for that.
Yes, especially lately, because this time last year, I had more sight than I do right now. And um, this year, I'm dependent on a cane, whereas last year I could still move around independently, just with some difficulty. This year, I have a cane, and I have to have what's called sighted guide. I can go places by myself and on my own. It's just a little bit more challenging. I'm a lot more dependent on people than I've ever been. And I've always been a very independent person who was just kind of a go-getter, and this condition has kind of slowed me down quite a bit and caused me to have to depend on others way more than I ever thought I would have to.
And that's another question I'm going to bring up to everybody, but I want to get back to Natasha. I didn't forget you. I was coming back. So, Natasha, I'm going to go ahead and get you your opportunity to share about your chapter as well.
Thank you. My apologies. So, it's Natasha again. I just wanted to share that I survived a plane crash, and through my story, just a little bit, but I'm temporarily in a wheelchair and have to adapt to life around this new adjustment. But I just wanted to use my testimony to show others that regardless of what you're dealing with, challenges you face, still get up and try every day.
Let me see who is next. The one and only Cambridgeites, pastors Kevin and Darlene. Let me get you two to share.
Okay. Share why you are a part of the anthology and what happened. What happened to you that you're a part of the anthology? You had a what? Tell another stroke.
Well, I had a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
That did not affect my ability to move so much. Well, I did a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm really blessed because I have the ability to walk and move, just not as fast.
Mm-hmm.
So I really have to kind of look at what I'm doing, watch where I'm going, just to make sure I can get around. But physically, I still can do almost anything that I used to do. But my ability to speak has been affected a bit. I mean, I still can talk, but I just think a little bit longer about what I have to say. That's all.
Mm.
And my physical abilities are pretty much the same. I just need to process things mentally without doing anything physically quickly. But other than that, I thank God for that. My health pretty much is fine because of how I eat.
Amen. He is a walking miracle.
Yeah.
You'll read some things in the book. He literally should not be here, but for the grace of God. Yeah, but for the grace of God. Most people that dealt with the type of stroke that he had, and not only the type of stroke that he had, but the other issues that he had connected to it, he shouldn't be here today. But it is God's grace that he is here and that he is talking and moving like he does. It has affected a part of his memory at times, but we are so thankful for what God has done in my husband's life. And like you said, we are pastoring and we work together. And just as it takes him a couple minutes to say what he says, when he opens his mouth and speaks, he speaks as an oracle from the Lord. And I'm so grateful for that. You have anything else you want to say?
And I'm really grateful for having her by my side. She is such a wonderful helpmate. And I'm grateful for that. Thank you.
Oh, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. You got a great helpmate, Pastor Kevin. All right. And Mr. Gadsden, I would love to hear your role in this anthology as well, sir.
Can I hear you?
Did you hear me, Mr. Gadsden?
Yes, thank you for having. My role is more of a motivation. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
yes.
sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear?
Yep.
You muted yourself, Dr. Jonas. Take yourself off of mute, Dr. Jonas.
Let me see. Can I take him off? He's still muted.
The mic is down below Dr. Jonas. It should be anyway. You gotta unmute.
Yeah, he's still muted.
and going at it too.
And Dr. Gadsden, you're talking, but we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Tap your mic.
There you go.
What? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Don't say anything. Just talk.
Yeah, but can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay,
you were on delay.
let's start
but
again.
keep talking.
Again, my role is part of this great. Yeah, but I am not on mute.
I can hear
We
you.
can hear you.
Yeah, just keep
Can
talking.
you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Are you muting me on the other side? Because I'm not muted
No,
over here.
nope.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Nobody's touching anything.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me start again. I don't understand. It must be something with my computer then, because I am not on mute, but y'all can't hear me.
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
I don't know what to do because I'm not on mute on this end.
We can hear you, Dr. Gatson.
We can
We
hear
all
you.
hear you.
We hear
Can you
you,
hear me
Doctor.
now?
Yes.
Yeah, just talk. Go ahead.
Oh,
Just
he's
talk.
muted
now
again.
it again.
He can't. I don't think he can hear us.
Right. Oh.
That's the problem. So he keeps muting and unmuting because he cannot hear us. But he is fine. If he will just keep talking, he'll be fine. He's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But right now he is muted.
Yeah.
There.
There it is. Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay. What about now? Muted on the other side. Just go to somebody else. For some reason, I don't know what's happening. Can you hear me now?
Okay.
If you would just keep talking,
Can you
we
hear
hear
me
you. We hear you.
now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'll try it again.
Okay.
As the host
Keep
said
talking. Don't stop.
earlier, the devil is busy, but the devil also is a liar. We're going to keep on, because we are overcomers. I overcome tumor that the doctor said I was going to die, but God gave the final prognosis. So I encourage everybody, don't let anyone bury you until after you are dead. You're bigger than that, you're better than that, and the best is in you. Allow that best to bud, to bloom, and to blossom into a bright, beautiful future. Because we walk by faith and not by, we're going to still activate our faith, because we are more than conquerors. We are not survivors, we are overcomers. I'm so great to be a part of. Hopefully some of that got through.
Well, you know what? Now I understand why they call you Mr. Enthusiastic. It suits you. It definitely suits you. All right. And Mother Judy, I'm going to end it, or, have you as the last person to give a little more detail or a little snippet of your chapter as well. So go right ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I am Judy Ambrose James, the visionary. Activate your faith. And let me tell you, I've got to tell you, the anthology, Activate Your Faith, Witness a Generation of Turnaround, begins with the thought-provoking cover. Now, I've got to tell y'all, it appears to be engulfed in flames. However, there are young individuals dancing and worshiping complete oblivious to the flames. You know why? Because they know that they walk by faith and not by sight. They're not paying any attention to anything negative. They see a light of hope that is drawn from God. And he has every challenge or any circumstances that's negative that will try and stop them, that won't work. it don't work in our life. You see, I had a massive stroke. Yes, that's true. Before the stroke, I was in Hurricane Katrina.
Mm.
We had one room left. And if that room would have been destroyed like the rest of the house, my whole family would have died that night. That stress was on me. I was the eldest, and I was the one that they was looking at what we're gonna do, what's gonna happen. We had kids, 2 pregnant women, 8 months pregnant, children, and it was 10 of us. After that, we destroyed, get home, the house is almost destroyed, just a little bit left. Then I went to work at a dispatcher and a police, but more stress. It's just the straw that broke the, and that don't, don't deny stress. Women especially, we go through. I tried to be all things to all people, and that's nobody's job but God. And He put a sign on my neck that said, "Of service, temporary service." That was what happened after the stress. And I know now what I didn't know then, that I am not the one. I tell my family, they have problems and they bring it to me. I say, go to God. Go to God. I can, and that's what everybody, that's what we all found out. That in the, it should be, but people keep to the end till they get so desperate and they get on their knees, and then, and only then, well, put Him first. That's what we have found out. If we didn't know it before, we all know it now. And that is why we are here to activate the faith of the masses.
Mm. I love it. I love it. I love it. David, I don't know if you want to speak because I've kind of taken over a little bit, so I'm gonna get you in there. You know, I'm gonna get you in there.
You said me?
Yeah, I said you, sir.
Well, I always gotta assess and take it all in. I think the one thing that I'm really tripping off of in this is like I've heard some amazing stories, amazing people that are very resilient and strong and know who God is and stuff. And I'm thinking about things that I take for granted. You know what I'm saying? I'm 52 years old. I'm not on no medication. I have been blessed. I've dodged a lot of bullets, and it's other little stuff that I trip off of, and I don't stress over it because I'm a praying man. I pray a lot. And I think me praying a lot most of my life has taken that burden off my shoulders. Like, hey, if I can't do nothing about it, I give it to somebody who can. I give it to God, and I leave it there. And sometimes, in a lot of ways, it's easier said than done. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us are manual. We are hands-on. We're control freaks. We got to take things upon ourselves to do it. Because if we don't do it, who will go do it? But when you pray about it and God gives you the direction on how to do it, it takes that burden off. So when I hear these stories and I think about how you all have survived the demise and all this stuff, it just lets me know that God is still God. You know what I'm saying? And it's very compelling. It's very invigorating to hear, these amazing stories. And I'm just in awe of it, and I respected it, and I just love how God just does things the way He does. So that's my comment.
Amen, brother Crouch. Amen, brother Crouch.
You sure?
But one thing I noticed throughout a lot of the stories is the underlining word stress.
Yes. Yeah.
That has played, I'm sure, a major role for each of you.
Right.
And how you have had to, go through some of the challenges that you've incurred due to your physical health. Um, and again, that was something that I wanted to touch bases on too, because a lot of people don't understand, women, men alike, the different ways that stress takes a toll on the body. As you've heard, with Miss Fields saying that it led to emotional eating. That happens to a lot of us, and we don't look at that as a stressful thing. We just look at that as being greedy. But that's not, you know what I mean? There's always some sort of hidden motive to the things in which we do, even down to the stress from your job. The environment can be stressful for you, whether it's your work environment, it could be your home environment, but just those areas in which you are putting more weight on your shoulders than need be. So my question too is, knowing now what you know, um, what do you do to alleviate that? Or like, how do you incorporate self-care into your daily regimens now? Because it's even more imperative for you to have that now, that the outcomes, or the significance of what too much stress can do to you physically.
I'd like to address that first, because at first I want to address how I addressed it when I worked in the prison before I even left. Because this is something you can do. I have my own TV show, so I talk about this on my show. This is something you can do if, say, you are at a corporate job or a full-time job you don't like. Number one, look at it as an assignment. God put you there for a reason. What is that reason? Who are you helping today? That's number one. Number two, maybe there's another position you could do in that company that's not as stressful. So for me, I jumped ship from being a dispatcher to be an administrative assistant for about 6 years. Less stressful. Worked 8 to 4, didn't have to deal with the riots, escapes, the whole 9 yards, just a secretary. Nice, easy. I did have to go back to dispatch for 3 more years because of budget cuts. I did try to find another job, but couldn't find another job. So the only solution for me was to just take another job position. So you can pivot within your own job, or, get another job. Other things you can do, prayer, number one. Number two, like so now pivoting to now, not working there, I love to walk. So today, like, I walked around the lake. I did 3 miles. When I walk, I pray, I praise, I worship, I thank God for things, and I pray for people. There's restaurants around here, there's businesses around here. I pray for those waiters and waitresses to get extra blessings. I pray that there's no illness in the restaurant, there's no bad food, whatever it is, Pray over your region, pray over your area. So those are some ways. And, just self-care is, now I'm a health coach, so I eat fairly healthy. I cheat once in a while, because who doesn't? We're not perfect.
Right.
But I learned to just perceive things differently. Like, even when I got shipped back to dispatch, I knew I was there for a reason, and I was helping the people around me, because now I was learning to be a health coach. And they weren't going to hire me, because they just weren't. But they were learning from me. Like, I would hear my friend Sue would just say something like, gluten, that's like glue, right? That sticks in your stomach. Or hemp seeds, those are good for you. Like, she would just say things and repeat things that I was helping her with. Like, she was notorious for combining foods that would give her a stomach ache. One day she ate something and she's like, oh my God, Paula, I'm going to die. My stomach hurts. I'm like, what'd you have? And she had, believe it or not, like trail mix with fruit. Well, when you have stomach issues and you mix fruit and nuts, they digest at different times. So now you're going to have a stomach ache. So, all that to say, not to teach a health lesson, but just learn to perceive things differently. Who are you helping around you? Who are you assigned to? Who is in your niche that they might be helping you get to your next level? You know, the next step is start doing some side hustles. Maybe you're meant to be an entrepreneur. You might not be able to jump right away into it, but start doing them. So that way, if you get so hateful of your job and you want to jump, it's easier for you to jump. You've got something waiting for you and ready. So those are my tips. I don't know what everybody else has. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing. Anyone else have any self care tips that they try to utilize now or incorporate in their routine?
I'd like to speak to that.
Sure.
Um, excuse me. One of the things that I learned after my husband uh, came home from the hospital, I did a lot of reading about how to continue to progress following a stroke. And one of the things, especially the type of stroke that my husband had, sleeping is very important, especially for the brain. Our brain health is critical to how we get enough rest.
Mm.
Many times we do not get the proper rest that we need, and that is those of us that had not had a stroke, or those who had a stroke, they need the rest in order for their brain to be able to heal itself.
Mm.
Many doctors have said, and I read in the past, that after 6 months, wherever you are, wherever you've been in your healing process, that's about as far as you're going to get. And I did not believe that. And simply because if I skinned my knee and I had a bruise, the knee would heal itself after a while. Everything would come together and I wouldn't still have a bruise. So if I could heal the bruise on my knee or on my hand, why wouldn't the brain not be able to heal itself? So I've been and continue to study what happens with our brain and how it can help our bodies function better. And sleep is the proper rest. And even after you have done work with your brain, rest is important in order for your brain to then um, download and capture and hold on to things that you've been doing while you've been working on healing your brain. So that's something that I work with my husband with as we are walking through this healing process.
Wow. That makes a good point. Thank you for adding that. I have a quick question though, because um, most of you are mothers, but I know Tiffany and Natasha, you have children under 18. So how does this affect your, motherly duties? Like, does it interfere at all? Like, are your children kind of like old enough to help, or what is the routine that you all have, and how do they assist?
This is Natasha. I can definitely speak to that. My boys are 15 and 16. But at the onset of my injury, they were 10 and 11. So they've definitely had
Can
to.
anybody hear me?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
can now.
I can't hear anyone.
Uh-oh, it's okay. It's okay, Mother Judy. Okay, go ahead, Natasha.
But I definitely just had to rely on them, and I had the help of my mom at the time as well. And as time has progressed, I've just learned how to become more independent and self-reliant, but trusting in God that I had the ability to begin with. So now they're back to normal as far as they do everything Um, I mean, I do everything except when we're traveling and like taking my chair in and out of the vehicle. So there, I'm pretty self-sufficient, but that's only by the grace of God.
Right.
Mm.
What about you, Tiffany?
I'm gonna piggyback on what everyone said. First off, I do keep God first. And I thank God that I did have teenagers at the time, but I was hard on myself because I wanted to keep up what I could do before I had a stroke. And once you read the book, you will learn that the stroke affected my right hand, and I'm predominantly right-handed. So you can just imagine how that affected cooking, cleaning, taking care of yourself along with your kids. So I'm just thankful to God that not only was I able to learn how to work around it, but my teenage young men were able to also jump in and help. And when I was heavy on myself to try to get things done, they basically said, Mom, hold on. You can't do this. We got you. And I said, okay, all right. Yeah, sure, I can't do this. Ma, we have you. So just, and I do apologize. There's somebody knocking at the door, but it's okay. I'm in the middle of an interview. But again, I'm so thankful that my boys were able to jump in and not only help, but they were also able to know what to do to keep things going because I was hard on myself to keep cooking for them. And they said, Ma, we can cook for ourselves. We're teenagers. We can make some food. So that helped out a great deal, knowing that I also had help. I didn't have to do it all by myself.
Right. I think, even for me, with the challenges that I have, that's been like the hardest part for me sometimes is to relinquish that independence. Because I'm so used to doing things. And then to now have my kids to kind of have to come in. Sometimes I do beat myself up about it. But I'm thankful that they're of an older age because my youngest is 14, and then I have a 16-year-old daughter and a 22-year-old daughter and a 25-year-old. But the three younger ones live with me, and they have pretty much, kind of like taken over sometimes when I'm not able to. And it saddens me some days because I can be real prideful. My pride is like, no, I got this. I'm going to do it. And they're like, Mom, no, you struggling. Just sit down. But, I still try to make the effort. You know what I mean? Because I don't want it to seem as if, oh, well, Mom is using this as an excuse. And it's not an excuse. You know what I mean? But I think that's one of the biggest challenges that I have because I'm so used to doing everything. I was the go-to person for everybody, and it's like now I can't fulfill sometimes those same obligations because I'm limited in some areas. You know what I mean? Sometimes I can't get out the house. I can't open the door. I can't turn a doorknob. I can't like open a bottle of water. My kids have to open it for me. Just the little things sometimes that people take for granted. It's like this is my existence right now. I'm not going to say this is my forever condition, but this is my existence at the moment. So it's like I'm still trying to learn how to adjust to the changes that my body is making right now. And I'm sure that's something that each of you have to deal with, just the adjusting to the changes and learning how to create new habits and, new regimens for yourself and how you're able to, still master your day-to-day lives. Anybody
So,
want
And
I wanted to ask
I
you a
don't mean
question.
to. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. You want to go, Tiff?
You can go
I
ahead,
didn't mean
Tiff.
to interrupt. This is my this is one of the big shows that all my family has come over to support me in. So I don't want to apologize, but please excuse me. So I may just get emotional, but I have a lot of family coming over just to support such as big transition because they know how hard it was for me to go through having a stroke and losing your predominant hand. So please don't mind if you see me crying, but I just had to interrupt and say I do apologize, but I have family coming in left and right, just proud and supporting me. So I'm sorry.
Bruh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
That's awesome.
That's beautiful.
So good.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So, Tamisa, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, so if I'm butchering it, please correct me.
All right, Miss Paula, you can go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
So I just wanted to ask you a question because we addressed this with this group on my show, Overcoming Illness. Going through the holidays, is that hard for you? Like trying to deal with, and I want to address this for the audience because they need to hear it.
Sure.
Is it hard for you dealing with diet and what to eat and what not to eat because you might have a flare up or, feel more joint pain or anything like that? Just curious. How do you deal with it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm dealing with a flare up right now. So look, I will admit, I have done a lot of research on myself on the certain things that I can and can't eat. Do I do it all the time? I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
Right.
I'm still hard-headed when it comes to that because I still like certain things, but I know those certain things I can't necessarily overindulge in anymore.
Right.
So I have to eat sparingly in those areas. But the holidays this week for me, I cheated bad.
Yeah.
Technically, I haven't cooked a Thanksgiving dinner for my kids in over 3 years. So I felt like I owed them that. So I gave them all the fixings that they like, knowing that these were things that I can't really eat, but again, I wanted to make it special for them. So,
Right.
I think for me, again, some of the same challenges that I've had, I'm still carrying it with me somewhat because I realize there are certain things that I have to change at this point. But I don't want to change my whole life that my kids don't recognize it anymore. You know what I mean? It's like I want to keep some things constant, but at the same time, I've got to learn to tweak those things now. So even when it comes to different meals, I have incorporated a lot of healthier things that they're not used to, and they actually like it, believe it or not. My kids are very picky, but they actually like some of the foods that I eat now. But as far as them really understanding the magnitude of changing everything that they know to do this, they're not ready for that yet, but I try to instill those different things with them because at the end of the day, what I try to tell them is we got to take care of our bodies. I don't care how old you are. And it's better for you to start at this age than to end up in a position that I'm in. You know what I mean? Because this came from prolonged, bad habits of eating, from just working all the time and you know what I mean? And the stress from that, sleeping rarely, I didn't sleep very well at all for years because I was constantly just moving and moving and moving. And it's funny because my grandmother, she's 95, right? And prior to me being diagnosed, she always used to say, well, Siobhan, why don't you just take a break? You're just always doing something. You need to slow down. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna slow down when I'm dead. Now you have to be careful sometimes the things that you say. And I realize now. You know what I'm saying? Because that one comment could have literally taken me out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm very mindful now, even of what I speak. I don't like to say, oh, well, some days, it's, like I said, some days it's hard for me to get up. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I gotta get up. I gotta get up, you know? So it's almost like I have to talk myself out of the pain. Or I have to talk myself out of certain things in order for me to still maintain an existence of what I normally do, you know, and not succumb to, you know, my illness in that area. So I do have my challenges, you know, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful that, you know, God still wakes me up every day with my right mind, you know, and the ability to still use my hands. They may be limited, but I still use them. And I have plenty of work to do. So I'm I'm super thankful for that.
Can I change the mood a little bit here?
Yes, you can. Come on in.
We're ready. Go,
All
Judy.
right.
Come on in.
I'm just finding out, but look, Darlene, help me with this. Are we number 2 in 2 rankings right now?
Yes. Yes, we are number 2 in dating, relationships, and spirituality. And we are number 2 in family and inspiration spirituality.
All right. All right. Oh, okay. I'm looking at our book. We're laying on top of these books, and
that's what I'm talking.
Go ahead, Doctor. Tell us, Doctor. You see it, Dr. Gatson? Oh, I wish he could. I know if he's got a lot to say.
I know he does.
Yeah. Okay. So where do we go from here? Do we just keep on keeping on what we've been doing? Keep on that.
Yep.
Keep going. We can.
Keep going.
Because there's so much, and I made sure that I put in the chat for our viewers as well, the actual Amazon link so that people can purchase the book. I did mention that right now you are selling the book at $2.99 for the Kindle version. So it is no excuse for people not to get this book and get you all to that number 1 spot. So I'm definitely pushing and rooting for you all because I know it's about to happen. And yeah, I mean, like this conversation alone has been great. Just making sure that, you know, we get the message out that you have to the world and just kind of diving in a little bit to the different areas in which a lot of people may struggle with every day and they just don't have that outlet or, you know, anyone to be a face, so to speak, for those areas. So again, I thank you all for representing, you know, in your way.
Do you know what happened? Natasha said she got kicked out. She can't get back in.
Okay, I got her. Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry.
Oh my God. So what the strategy
And of course, as you're welcoming Natasha back, my phone is dying. I'm trying to find a charger to plug it in, but just in case I lose you guys, thank you for having me. I am so sorry, but I just want to tell you I thank y'all just in case my phone dies.
Okay, no problem at all. Thank you.
Did you hear what we said about the book?
She did. Well, I don't know if Natasha did. Did you hear, Natasha? You all are number 2 on Amazon right now.
Oh, yes.
Or nobody but God.
Nobody. And I'm so glad we were right on your show to hear that. Yeah.
Well, I'm excited. I'm excited because this is not just a win for you, but it's a win for us all.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
It is. It is.
Dr. Gadsden, can you hear us? No.
I think there's a delay somewhat in his phone, maybe, or
Mm-hmm.
his computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I can
okay.
hear you. Can you hear me?
We can
Yes.
hear. All you
Yes.
got to do is
Yeah.
talk.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just talk. Keep going.
Now he muted himself again.
Yeah.
You muted
He
yourself.
muted himself again.
Okay. Well.
It might be my computer. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now? Yes. Congratulations. We did it, and we're gonna keep on doing it after the program. To keep in mind that you got some other people that needs to get this book. So all you got to do is have their email and their name and send it to them. Gift on ignite your faith and action. Now, I'm so fired up. Congratulations. We are fired up and ready to go, ready to glow, and ready to go. This is our time, and this is our turn. As I always say, bonus from Jordan, when your value is clear, your decision is easy. This is our time. We are overcomers. That's why we wrote the book, to help other people to overcome. Not where we've been through, but what we did to overcome. We started in the valley and we did the work in the middle, and now we're on the mountaintop and we came down to help you up. Get this book. It's a must read. Come on, somebody. You deserve it. This is your time and this is your turn. This is the decade for the doers. Get it done. Get your book.
Yeah.
It's only $2.99. And it come to you instantly. I was so fired up. Not only I gifted to a lot of people, I downloaded for myself.
Yes. What he said.
Oh my God! Armed and considered extremely dangerous.
You know what? The unmuting was worth it.
It was.
That's right. I know that's right.
That was funny. That was all right.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Devil's always fighting him from speaking. Now you know why.
Oh my God.
To be number 2 on Amazon, that's big. I congratulate each and every one of y'all for this collective that y'all doing. That's huge. And I pray that y'all reach number 1, which the way y'all going, y'all gonna reach number 1. So
yes,
that's good. That's good work. That's good work. I'm gonna
I
get
saw
it.
one.
Y'all done got me curious.
Y'all
done got me curious. I'm gonna get it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that.
All right.
I got y'all.
That's what we want. We want the whole world.
Yeah, get you a copy. Curious. That's right. Get you a copy, man. Get you a copy. Get you a copy and gift somebody else a copy.
I will do that. I got you. I got you.
Oh
my goodness.
That is funny.
It'll make a great Christmas present for people. Well, like Tomise was saying, a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff this time of year. Give them some hope. Give them this book. The people that are suffering this time of year, they're depressed, they've got anxiety, they don't want to be around family because they have an illness or an injury. Something like this will give them hope, give them something to read. Even if they're not going to be around family around the holidays, they might just want to stay cooped up. This will give them something to do besides watching stupid movies. Because I watch people in like the Facebook groups and stuff in the Lyme disease community, and a lot of them, they don't want to be around family. They don't want to be around groups of people. This will give them some hope, something to read, something to do besides feeling the pain that they might be in. It'll relieve some of that. So I just wanted to add that. Get the book, give it as a gift.
And the key word you just said was hope.
Yes.
Hope. When they read that, and you can find, if God did that for Paula, Judy, Dr. Gatson, Tiffany, why can I believe that He would do the same for me? That's
Right.
that's what they're gonna get from that book.
Yep.
He's still
That's right.
granting miracles every day in real time.
Mm-hmm.
About back in the day, we talking about right now, today, and we are a perfect
That's right.
example.
Yeah.
Right now. That's right.
Well, David, do you have any words, sir?
Well, the only thing that I would really have to say is, like I said, I enjoyed the show. I can't wait to get this book because I'm kind of curious now what the hype is about. So I got me curious and wanting to read it. And I really want to kind of get involved in you all stories because considering the fact that I met y'all on this platform and know a little bit about you all, I'm kind of really curious to see what the rest is about and reading it. So I'm looking forward to reading it. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm an avid reader, so this is something that I'm gonna probably put my phone on do not disturb and read and read it and really this is why I think
I know that.
I definitely got to come back
That's
on.
right.
I'm probably gonna have some questions.
That's right.
I'm really gonna have some questions.
Yes.
So we got to bring everybody back on because I'm gonna be like, hey, you know, Miss Judy, you know what I'm saying? Miss Paula, I'm gonna ask questions. So I'm gonna delve into this. Miss Number One Amazon folk bestsellers. I'm gonna speak it in you know in advance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, yes. We definitely have to have you back on once you hit number one, and that should be soon.
Right. Right.
But you know, once you all reach that status, we gotta definitely have you back on one. And I'm so excited for each and every one of you. This is definitely a feat that not many people reach. So I really do support you all in everything that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. And we
Now,
know
it's a few oh, go ahead, Mother Judy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, we the overcomers, let me just tell them, activate your faith challenges readers to question their own beliefs, to confront their fears, and to step into the realm of possibility. It encourages individuals from all walks of life to tap into their inner faith and to activate it in a way that ignites positive change within themselves and those around them. That's what activate your faith will do for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what I wanted to kind of close with, because there's so many of you, but I want to make sure that people can reach you if they would like to offline regarding any of your services or things that you offer. Go ahead.
And Sean, real quick, I just want the you know the link to ordering the book, so somebody can send me that or
I
put
can
it
send you that.
like that. Yeah.
I
Okay.
will
Cool.
send you that, sir.
Okay. Cool.
But I would love to again have each of you to mention how people can follow you or how people can find you on social media and the services that you offer so that people will be able to, you know, become a client of yours in the future if they'd like. Paula, I'm going to start with you.
Now I'm doing it, hitting the mic back and forth. It's good to sing tonight. So for one, I do have digital ebooks and recipe books on my website, enrichyourhealth.com. If anybody's just listening, that's with a UR, so it's ENRICHURHEALTH.com, and you go to the store, and I've got lots of digital ebooks and recipe books for people that do suffer from food allergies, food sensitivities, and there are a couple of free gifts there. There's a reversing illness ebook, and there's a 6-day immunity meal plan guide. And right now, with all this illness going around, everybody's getting colds and flu. It's crazy. You might want to get that. Just saying. I can also do customized recipes. So for people that have food allergies, sensitivities, you need, more strict diet, like gluten-free, dairy-free. I had to do it all. Sugar-free, nut-free, I get it. I make my recipes simple. So I can do customized recipes. I can do one-on-one coaching, group coaching. I am looking for guests for my TV show. So Tamise, you would be my first pick if you want to be on my show.
I would love it. I would love it.
Yeah, so it's called Overcoming Illness. So if you're going through an illness, you are helping somebody through an illness, you're a spouse, a doctor, it could be an apostle, a pastor, it doesn't matter. Anywhere you've helped or witnessed or helped heal somebody, whatever, we need your stories. People need that hope, We need your stories. So it's an hour-long TV show on Elevation TV Network. So I'm looking for guests and sponsors for the show coming up in this next year. And if people just want to reach out to me, the best way is either Instagram Messenger, my name, Paula Denoncourt, or Facebook Messenger. Those are the easiest ways to get me. I pay attention to that. So you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, just do my name, Paula Denoncourt. So those are my two big platforms. Do a little bit on TikTok and a little bit on YouTube as well. So thank you. Thank you for having us. I'm so excited. We made number 2, and we will make number 1. No doubt. Yes, we will make number 1. So thank you again for having us. This has been an awesome show.
That's
and
right.
I do want to say
Number one.
StreamYard can be so tricky. Because I have to use it too.
All right, and Pastor Kevin and Miss Darlene, I'm going to get you two to speak and give your information on where people can reach you or your information about your church.
Absolutely. You can reach us at darlenethorn.com. I am your caregiver's co-mentor, so we work together. And if you need to reach us in regards to our ministry, you can also DM me on IG. I'm at Lady Darlene LT3. You can reach out to us there because we're everywhere. We're on Facebook. We're streaming live on Facebook right now on our page because I shared it. But you can reach out to us on those places, especially at darlenethorn.com, because there's a special box that you can send us a message. If you even want prayer, we can be praying for you. And those of you who need to have some help as a caregiver and want to know how do you keep the stress levels down? How do you take care of yourself while you are caring for your loved one? Please do not hesitate to reach out to us because we will be more than happy to help you create your own personal blueprint for caregiving. So please reach out to us there.
Thank you so much. Dr. Gadsden, how can people reach out to you, sir? Are you on social media?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you hear me? Looks like I'm having trouble again.
No, we can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Can you hear me? You
We
got
can
me
hear
mute
you,
on the
sir.
other
We
side.
can hear you.
Oh, one of the things I want to say right away, you can reach out to all of us if you just get the book. All of our information, telephone number, email, or what we do is in the book. Get the book. Take a look. Get the book. But also, you can reach me also through social media. All you got to do is write Jonas with the bonus. They'll pull it up. But those of you that's not on social media, I'm going to do something special for you. Give me a call. Here's my telephone number. 585-703-9547. 585-703-9547. But get the book. And I specialize in communication, because if you cheat yourself in your preparation, it will show up in your presentation. It might be enough. Go for greatness. Go for greatness. Go for greatness. We are number one. 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 We are. Join me, authors. We are number
one.
We are
We
number
are
one.
We are number
We're
one. We are number one.
You are born to win. We are number one.
Amen.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, Mr. Enthusiastic, you are. I'm telling you, you definitely fit the bill with that one. You fit the bill, sir. And Natasha, what about you? How can people reach out to you as well, ma'am?
So for me, I can be reached on Facebook under my name, Natasha Giddings. And you can also find me if you need some freight dispatching on Instagram at She Rolls. Um, the Rolls is a Z Logistics. And you can also reach me at email if needed, ngiddings15@gmail. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, ma'am. All right,
Oh, sorry.
I say, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Natasha.
One more thing. We are number one.
Yes. And Mother Judy, of course, I saved you for last. Go right ahead, ma'am.
Well, you can reach me on Facebook, Instagram, any of them, Judy Ambrose James. And I have I have a website. It's Disability Wellness Coach. And that is the name of my website. And that I specialize in grandparents with the disability wellness coach. Yeah, I'm a grandmother. I know what it's all about to be a and so I'm there to help anyone, any grandparent in disabling condition come from the background to the forefront in their grandchildren's life. My grandchildren, they didn't know Mama anymore after I had the stroke. They were scared to touch me or to do anything that they treat me like I was porcelain. Yeah, because everybody said, don't touch grandma, don't do this, don't do that. But I know I'm not the only one. So, grandpa, I got the secret and I want to share it with you. Let me be your one-on-one or groups, either one. And that'll be the beginning of the rest of your life. We're going to sit at the table, we're going to discuss it, and I'm going to share my solution with you. That's it.
Well, I love it. I love it. Thank you all for being here. And this has been a great night. This has been a great night. Dr. Gadsden, I'm telling you, I love your spirit, sir. I just love your spirit.
Yes.
And Shamice, I just wanted to add one thing for Miss Judy because she forgot to mention it. We are all available along with the book for webinars, classes, whatever it might be, together. Like if anybody wanted to do a webinar with us together and help people and teach people, whether it's diet, whether it's mobility, whether it's more enthusiasm, hope, whatever we need, we are available as a group to do things like that too. So she forgot to mention it, so I was just thinking it. I'm like, let me get that in there.
Thank you, Paula. Masterclass. We are a class. We are big masterclass.
Yes, you are.
Yep.
Yes, you are. It's a wealth of knowledge between all of you.
Right.
Oh my gosh. For those of you, again, who are watching live or watching the replay, make sure you look in the comments for the Amazon link. You definitely want to get this book. I'm telling you, it's a steal of a deal right now at $2.99. Get you that Kindle version and read up on all these individuals and how they are impacting their communities and their world at large. So thank you all for being here.
Wait a minute. I got to tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
Monday, the paperback comes out Monday. For all of you who want to put them in your hand, you don't like this digital?
Yes.
Yes, the paperback, $20 comes out, and all of us will have. You can get it from either one of us. So you got our email addresses. Yeah, and we're gonna make sure that you have our email addresses because Monday is on.
Yes. So make sure you either get the Kindle version or you can wait until Monday and get the paperback version if you want something tangible in your hands to read. There's no excuse why you should not get this book. I'm sure it is going to not only enhance your faith, but as the book says, it's going to activate it. It's going to activate your faith. So you definitely want to read it. But again, I thank you all for being here. This has been a great night. Definitely got to bring you all back on. May bring you all as a group or may bring you all back individually, but I'm going to have you all.
Right. For sure.
I'm definitely going to have you all on here. You have so much, like I said, wealth, so much information to provide that people can, utilize. And that's what it's all about, getting your message out to the world. So thank you all so much again for showing up. Krauss, do you have any closing words?
I want to piggyback on what you said. I love all of you as guests. We look forward to having you on here again because we must have you on here again because I'm going to read the book and I'm going to give me all y'all business even more. So yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right.
Especially Mr. Number One over there, Mr. Gadsden.
Yes.
I need him by myself. Yeah, I need him.
Well, look, you got his number now. The word
Right.
Yes, sir.
Well, again, this has been great. Thank you all so much again. And we are going to bid you adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Find us on our social media page. Tune in won't miss out on any future episodes.